What's up, travelers? It's Eliz from Means to Travel, and today we're going to be talking about luggage. As travelers, there are tons of products and accessories out there designed to make our lives just a little bit easier as we travel. And as Amazon Prime Day is quickly approaching, along with the summer travel season, now is a great time to think about whether or not you need to update some of your travel gear. Many of you are currently planning a trip, and part of trip planning involves getting together all of the travel gear that you're going to need. So I thought I'd summarize some of Derek and my favorite travel products that we have used for years and taken all over the world, so that way you would know whether or not you'd want to consider getting something like that for yourself. So today is going to be the luggage part of this very short series that we're going to make here on the channel about our top gear for travel. All of the products that we're talking about today can be found on Amazon at the links down below in the description. Full disclosure, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so if you click on those links, it doesn't cost you a penny, but it's a great way to support this channel and support the free travel content that we put out on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get into it. Real quick before we jump into the list of luggage, if you are liking this video, definitely press that thumbs up button and the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of our travel videos, especially the travel reviews that we're going to be posting on this channel coming up soon. All right, let's dive in. So if you've been following this channel for a while now, you know that this bag is one that I've actually already done an unboxing and review video of. Derek and I really try to travel and carry on only as much as possible, and this bag is one that I really envied because he got this version of the bag first, the Tumi Alpha 2 International 4-wheel spinner suitcase. And so it's the exact dimensions that you need for international travel, 22 by 14 by 9 inches. And it actually is expandable too. So what's been great is that over the years, maybe if we buy too many souvenirs or something like that and need a little bit of extra room in our bag, we can expand the suitcase and then check it as a checked bag going home. But this is a fabulous bag that we've really liked to have, and both of us now own one. The important things to note is that Derek has an older version and this one is a little bit newer, and therefore the wheels have been updated. So some of the complaints that you've maybe even heard Derek talk about before on the channel is that the Tumi wheels on his bag aren't very good compared to a lot of other bags in the market. Tumi did update the wheels, and so now they are even more gyroscoping and just wheel a lot better on carpet and tile in an airport. And so we've really enjoyed that upgrade on my particular carry-on and would highly recommend this bag because of its perfect size and durability. It is a little bit because of how it's made. It's a soft-sided bag but almost acts as hard-sided luggage in a lot of ways, just with the high quality materials. Another thing too that we like about it is that it is two sides of equal size, and specifically you can open up one side and put hanging clothes, and there's a hanging rod for hanging clothes, so it kind of acts as a garment bag as well in that sense. And the one thing to really call out here though is that it is pretty expensive. It's over $800 to buy it brand new. So definitely, if that is out of your price range, we're about to jump into a little bit cheaper option that we also really like. And the next bag that we're going to talk about is the Briggs & Riley that we've kind of been mentioning here and there over the past year on this channel. And this one is the baseline 4-wheel spinner. It is about 21 inches tall, so it's a little bit shorter than that maximum that the airlines typically require, the 22-inch height. And so that's really great because you know that you're really not going to have any issues with it going over the max. This bag is built very differently than the Tumi. So when you open it up, it's kind of that big, deep crevice instead of the two equal sides. And it has a folding pocket up here, but you can organize all of your stuff kind of stacked together, which depending on how you like to travel, that might be a good way to do it. But it's still expandable. So the same thing as what I was saying with the Tumi bag is that if you tend to buy some stuff along the road or just need a little bit of extra room at the end of your trip, you can easily make it bigger. All right, just to show you guys, because I'm not sitting at the right angle, but these get a little bit taller and you can still zip it up. This becomes not a carry-on size bag at that point. You will have to check it, but it's still really convenient to have this, especially when you travel. And on top of that, let's say you really need to compact all of your stuff so that way it becomes carry-on sized yet again, but you've maybe packed it really to the brim. You can just push it all the way back down and it compresses everything down. So that's a really, really cool tool to have if you tend to just really need to squeeze out all of the air in your bag. So we really liked having this and would recommend it too. The price point is about $600 to buy it brand new. Sometimes you can find some good deals on it. We actually ended up purchasing this bag between the $400 and $500 price tag a couple years ago. It's still going strong, and hopefully you can find some good deals sometime along the summer. And the last thing is that both Briggs & Riley and Tumi both have lifetime warranties on their bags. I've actually had to use the Tumi warranty before. I brought it into the store and I had an issue with my zipper coming off a little bit, and they completely gave me a brand new bag after taking a look at it. So with Briggs & Riley, it's like the same thing. They just don't have as many stores, so you probably have to send it in. But even if you purchase it on Amazon or purchase it anywhere else, you can still use that warranty as long as it is the branded item. So while Briggs & Riley and Tumi are both premium priced luggage, you get a premium warranty with them, so you know and have great peace of mind that your bag is going to last and last and last. The next luggage item that we're going to talk about is actually a backpack. So maybe you're not as into the rolling bags that we just shared, so we wanted to share with you our favorite backpack. Derek loves this thing. This is the Tortuga Outbreaker. It's the larger size, and so it's 45 liters. And he bought this all the way back in 2017. So Tortuga updates their backpacks every single year, so the latest version is going to look a little bit different than this one, but it's still going to have many of the same features that you're going to see. And honestly, he's obsessed with this. He took this on our honeymoon for 3.5 weeks as we went through South America. It's been on our road trips. It's been on a lot of other travels, both domestic and abroad, and it's held up so well. I mean, it pretty much still looks brand new. So what's great is that it is that international carry-on size that I mentioned before, the 22 by 14 by 9, but it's a backpack. So you're really never going to likely be stopped and asked to size the bag if you're wearing it on your back. And if you're going through a lot of like more tricky terrain such as cobblestones or gravel or anything like that, you know, easy peasy, put it on your back and you're good to go. So a couple of key features to say is that it also, you can put your laptop right in this top here, and it's a padded back, so it really protects your laptop and it doubles as a laptop bag if that's something that you need. Also with this padded back, it's really easy to carry with the padded straps and everything, but the important thing, and I want to make sure you can see it on camera, is that it has this waist strap as well, so that way if it is pretty heavy, which sometimes your carry-on bags can get a little bit hefty, you're gonna have that protection on your back and be able to strap it in from the waist and give it a little bit more back support, so that way you're not aching in the morning. So definitely something to consider if you are a little bit more into backpacks, or if that's more conducive to the way that you travel. With that, this is a pretty pricey backpack, but definitely lasts a long time. So this 45 liter size is $300, and if you want a little bit smaller size, just because maybe you're small like me and that is more comfortable, they have a 35 liter version as well, and that one is $270. Speaking of backpacks, you might be like us and love to use backpacks as your day packs as well when you travel. So I've got Derek's and mine right here. We both use the exact same brand, just different versions of backpacks from the different brands. So we both use Osprey bags, and this is the Talon 22 that Derek uses as his personal item on a plane, and he also tends to use this as a camera bag as well as a hiking bag when we're traveling. I typically use this Hike Light 18 Osprey bag specifically when hiking and in more rural places, and it does work well as a camera bag then too. Both of them have these wonderful water bottle holders on the sides and tons of straps to kind of help keep everything in so you don't get as much back pain too, and support your back if you're out for a long period of time. The important thing that I really have loved, especially when going to certain destinations like the UK, is that there's a rain cover built into the bag itself in the bottom. So if it starts to rain outside, I can just unzip this, take out this amazingly bright rain cover from the bottom, and it just wraps around the bag. And it, you know, I'll not show you all just now, but it essentially makes the bag completely waterproof, and I can just keep going, hopefully back to my car where it's dry. But it really protects all of the more valuable things like our camera equipment while we travel, while still maintaining a lot of comfort. That being said, the version that Derek uses does not have that. He's really jealous of mine, I'm pretty sure. So definitely keep that in mind if that's a feature that you really want, to look out for that when you are purchasing. So we have found that the pricing on Amazon is a bit higher than if you buy from Osprey directly. So definitely do your research when you're looking into purchasing this bag. But to give you a little bit of an overview of Osprey's pricing, the bag that I use is about $85, and the bag that Derek uses is $130. And so definitely, like we said, make sure that you're getting a good deal when you're looking into that. But we highly recommend these bags just because of their comfort and the way that they just work so well when you're doing a much longer, you know, day excursion or a hike. And now that I've mentioned personal items that you put under the seat with you when you travel, here's mine. You guys have probably seen this before if you've been following this channel for a while, because I have had this for many years and I like constantly rave about this bag. So this is the same Briggs & Riley brand that I had mentioned earlier with the carry-on. And I bought them on the same day, and they're both in such good shape still. I really feel like they look almost brand new still, which, I mean, I've had them since I think 2016, maybe even 2015. Anyway, so this is water resistant fabric, and it's an expandable bag, but has a lot of structure to it too. It's what they call their large tote, and some really, really cool elements to it. First of all, they have these footers here, so that way once it's full, it really can stand up by itself in a lot of ways, especially because I use it as my laptop bag. That's nice that it's not gonna just tip on over willy-nilly. Another thing that I absolutely love to have when I travel is a bag that has a trolley sleeve. So I just put this sleeve and attach it to the back of my carry-on, and so this bag just sits on top of my carry-on bag as I roll it through the airport. It also has a very, very large internal pocket, so I'm able to fit so much of my tech gear within this bag. It does get pretty heavy that way, but it's really, really been handy, especially if I have to gate check my bag last minute or something, to have all of my tech gear fit in my personal item. So I would get my laptop in there, my camera, all my tech gear, my work notebook, everything, water bottle, you name it. For work related stuff, it goes in here. So I just really like all the pockets inside here too, and it just keeps me really organized, and it's so high quality. This does retail at about $199, and it comes in a couple different colors. I've loved the black because it doesn't really show dirt or anything like that, and it can look really professional in meetings if you have to bring it to a meeting, kind of as a briefcase sort of thing. Hopefully, if this is something that you are interested in as a personal item and you aren't as into backpacks, then this might be a really good option to consider looking into. Next, even though Derek and I often talk about the amazing benefits of packing light and only taking carry-ons, there are some times where you just need to check a bag. Whether it's for, you know, holiday season and you have a ton of gifts, or maybe you just have to bring some more bulkier items, it's always good to have a high quality checked bag in your luggage arsenal for when you travel. So this one is one that Derek and I both have versions of. I've included the brown one. We also have a black one, but I wanted to show you the brown one here because I kind of like having one that's a more unique color sometimes in order to stand out at baggage claim. But this is a Delsey Hyperglide, and the very first thing that I want to talk to you guys about why we bought this bag is that it's super lightweight. So many of the airlines have rules where you can't have a bag that's more than 50 pounds, and so this one doesn't really take up a lot of that 50-pound allowance with the bag itself. On top of that, I think I'm gonna need to put it on the floor in order to show you all. There's a function at the top of this bag that has a built-in scale that will tell you whether or not this bag is 50 pounds or more. So you pull up kind of, you know, when the bag's actually on the floor and gravity's doing all the work, and there's a little light down here next to the pull, and it's going to light up red if your bag is likely overweight. So it's definitely come in handy if we are packing really heavy for certain maybe holidays or something like that, just to know if we need to readjust some of our items. So this is an awesome bag that we have now had, I think, since 2013. It's gone to China with us and back. It's been super, super amazing to have. So this is a really great bag if you are more someone who prefers to have a checked bag. You don't want to have to deal with it at the airport. But it does have those 4 gyroscoping wheels that you can just kind of drag it along. You don't have to tilt it at all. And also, it's pretty affordable if you can find it at a good price. So top price we've seen it retail at is $460, but we got it on a super duper sale, and we've seen a lot of great sales before too. Seen them as low as $130, for example. So just do your research and kind of wait it out if you can, and make sure that you get a price point that you are really comfortable with if you're looking at this bag. And finally, bonus, I bet you didn't think I'd do a bag in bag magic trick today, but I am. So there's actually a way to get a duffel bag that folds up. We are really liking this brand GoNex that is sold on Amazon in a ton of different sizes and colors in folding duffel bags. And if you're somebody who is planning to go somewhere and maybe buy a bunch of stuff once you get there, or maybe you have a tendency to and you're just thinking proactively, getting a folding duffel bag that you put into your bag before you go in order to have a little bit of extra luggage room once you get there is going to be a godsend, so you're not scrambling to try to fit everything into what you brought. So this is the extra large size, and as you can see, it's still, like, it folds up super thin. Maybe it's a few centimeters tall, and can fit into a lot of different storage pockets within a suitcase, and it's really lightweight. I'm gonna link this exact one below, but it comes in much, much smaller versions too, even down to a carry-on size. This one, we were able to take home 2 yoga mats from the UK to the US after our trip last fall without any issues. So it's massive. It gets really, really large, too large for me to even open on camera. I'll put a little photo of it on the screen for you. So definitely something to think about if you are someone who likes to shop for souvenirs. So I hope you guys really liked this list of all of Derek and my favorite luggage that we've been using pretty much over the past decade, over and over again as we've traveled, that have stood the test of time. If you have any additional bags or just luggage items that you recommend, please include them down in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. But just a note, don't include links in the comments because unfortunately YouTube flags those and I don't see them and none of the rest of the community will see them. So just make sure to include the brands that you like or the actual bag that you like in written format. If you also have questions, definitely include those in the comments. And as always, please press that like button down below if you've liked this video, and press the red subscribe button and the notification bell too if you haven't already, so that way you don't miss any of our travel videos on this channel to come. Thanks everybody for watching. Cheers, happy travels, bye.
Hey travelers, don't forget to subscribe and let's hang out more. Here are some links to other helpful travel videos on my channel, and press that notification bell so you don't miss any new and awesome travel videos to come.